This is an international broadcast, and this is purely for the promotion of all kind of talent, artists of any type from any country, no matter where you're from, no matter where you are. And this is purely to introduce all the resources, all the talents across borders from this side of the world to the other side of the world. There's so many resources I've seen which you can, a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of directors, a lot of artists, singers, dancers, they can share between each other from different locations of the world, but we couldn't find a way to like link them properly. So we just made an attempt to create a link and where people can introduce each other in different markets, especially those markets where it's unknown to them or they don't know them. Today we have got very special guest again, very special guest, very senior British movies and film actor with us. I will show you. I have to give you a little bit of suspense for that. And a few more questions I'll tell you, the answer I have to tell you about the questions I've been receiving in past recently as well. Yes, we do not have any selection rejection criteria. This is a human-friendly show. It's open to everyone. We are against judges, strictly against judges, so nobody will judge you in this show. No negative comments, anything. This is a show for you to come and tell about yourself and introduce yourself globally, internationally, to all the countries who are watching us on mobiles, internet, tablets, all over the world, or live TV all over UK and Europe. This is a show for you. So now we move to our very special guest today with us, Mr. Nick. So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself as well.
Okay. Hi. Nick Quye.
Nick Quye.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling today?
I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm a good man.
We are so thankful to you that you have joined us today. I'm so sorry I called you a couple of times to chase you up, and I'm so thankful and grateful to you that you have taken time out from all your busy life and you have joined us here. Yeah. Secretly, openly on the night. You have been my, kind of ideal artist as well. I've been your big fan. I've seen some of your movies. Maybe you can tell about yourself from a very old classic movie, very old, very famous one. You took a start, I know. So maybe you can tell more about yourself.
Okay, well, I've been sort of acting since I was 12. I've always been into acting. I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed performing. I've done lots of theatre work. Mm-hmm. I've also worked a bit for the BBC. I was in the original Chitty Chitty Bang Bang film. That's my claim to fame.
Oh, the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. See, that's exactly the movie.
I was only 9.
Well, that's a classic movie. So you've been there like when we were maybe very young at the time. So.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a great experience to go through that at that age. Just to see the wonderful sets and the way they're built. It's fantastic.
So was that your first movie? Or
it was, yeah.
How did you find it? Good, thrilling, confusing?
No, it was 6 weeks filming, so it was quite intense, very early mornings and late nights. But at that age, I can still remember it really well now, actually.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I've seen so many different roles and different personalities, and you have done justice to all those roles so well. And I don't know how you manage it. Tell us more about it, like if you're a villain role. Or
when you get it, I mean, like I just did a film with Emerson, a Brazilian film director, and that was quite a challenging role because I had to have one leg. So for the whole film, I was on the crutches. So it's quite a demanding role, and by the end of the day's filming, my arms were quite painful. So it took a bit of training to actually get my arms built up, because that was obviously in every single scene. Oh. So that was quite a challenging role.
Well, that tells a lot of story about all the hard work and dedication which is required and commitments, even like putting yourself in such a situation just to meet the role and the standards. Any other role you thought that you had some fun with, maybe? Well, this was a difficult one. Some role which you thought was...
Well, I did a sort of a short film recently where there was this guy. It was called A Clockwork. It's a clockwork film, and basically this guy, his wife dies, so he's very lonely. So what he does, he builds a girl out of clockwork, and that was a good fun role to do, actually. I think that's just been edited now, that one, so we're just waiting to see what happens on that. But it was quite a challenging role because there was lots of scenes in it where I had to be very intense. So, and I really enjoyed that role, actually.
Nice. Really? I have also heard, actually not heard, maybe I've seen some evidence of some performance of yourself with Madonna. Is that correct?
In what, sorry?
With Madonna, she's a very popular...
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, well, hang on. I only did a very, very small scene here. Yeah, I did meet her, and I did that when we did the film WE, which was fantastic. And it was fantastic to meet her. And it was really good. And, yeah, she's a great director.
Nice. So that was done in UK or US?
That was filmed in the well, the scene I was in was in the UK.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So how many other cultures you have worked with, other than like UK, Brazilian maybe, or Italian, or?
Well, I've done the Brazilian film with Emerson, which was, it was 2 years ago now. I did a Bollywood film a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, again.
Well, here I must say to the audience, especially the people who are watching us from India, Pakistan, and on those areas, all the Bollywood, Lollywood, Collywood, Nollywood, I know these industries do exist. So this gentleman has previously worked with you. Are you looking forward to work with them again at any time?
I would like to, if it's possible. Yeah, I always look at things. Yeah.
Well, this is a really good news. I must, I think, propagate more these news, because so many people, they were asking about actors, especially, for the interaction.
Yeah.
So this is a good news for you. There's this gentleman here who's a very senior actor, and I think by the time we're talking, you're getting to know his profile and his abilities as well. So he is available, so you can contact our channel anytime. So we'll pass contacts this way or that way at any time. So how long ago was that movie, this Bollywood movie you did?
The Bollywood one, about 2 years ago. We filmed it actually around this area in Wembley.
Oh, nice.
So that was interesting, yeah. It was only a couple of days filming, so.
And this Spiritual Contact, the movie which is made by director Emerson.
Yeah.
I've seen some clips. It's an amazing movie, and some clips I've seen your ones. I mean, you did really, really well on it. How did you manage? That was a difficult role, actually, quite difficult role. So maybe you can tell more about
role,
it.
But I said it was more difficult because of the crutches, so I had to focus on that as well as the character. So it was probably more difficult than normal.
Yeah, it was emotional and physical, both actually, isn't it?
Yeah. But the people in the film, they're very good actors, so I think the whole thing came together really well.
So what other movies, I mean, I can see there's so many movies of you behind us going on.
Well, they're different things that have happened over quite a few years, so I've done short films and I've done bits and pieces. But I'll tell you what, why don't we just do a quick acting scene now?
Okay, you're up for it?
Why not?
So here's some demonstration from Mr. Nick is going to give some demonstration of acting.
I'll just do you a short little scene.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me, I haven't got the money.
I haven't got the money. It's true.
You haven't got the money?
Nope.
You're telling me that you haven't got the money?
Nope.
Do you know who I am?
I'm going to run away.
Have you any idea who I am?
No.
I own the street. I own your family. I own you, sunshine.
You're joking or are you serious? I was about to run away. Oh, that was so real. I was about, I was a bit nervous for a second.
No, but when you're on a film set, you see, what you have to do, when the director calls cameras rolling action, you have to get into the role immediately. There's no time. So
amazing. Actually, this act you just done, I saw a little bit of it on some of your movies, actually, I've been watching in past. So I was a little bit ready for it, but it looks so real. For a second, I didn't even doubt it. I said, no, he's not joking. No, he is joking.
No. But I'll tell you another thing as well, which is quite important. If you want to zoom into my face a little minute, I'll show you something. Because
so this is
when you act,
with the expression, so you're going to tell the audience about the expression.
When you're doing acting, it's with film and TV acting, it's all in the eyes. Everything is in the eyes. And everything has to be very simple. Very little movement, but very eye movement. So if I say that again now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to blink, and I'll just show you.
That will be quite interesting.
I own you! I own this street! Do you hear me? Now, you see I was blinking?
Yes.
That doesn't come across very well. So when you do a scene like that, it's always best not to blink.
Okay.
I own you! Do you hear me? I own this street! See the difference?
Brilliant. Yes, I mean it tells. It gives a lot of different impression about it. Can you do about the same thing about nice smile and an evil smile?
Yeah, but it's very, in film,
Yeah.
things are very subtle.
Okay.
And that's the whole thing of it. It's all in the eyes.
Nice. So can you give our audience
Simple
an
is
evil smile? Possible.
an evil smile.
Yes.
Another thing you have to do, you have to cry on demand.
Is it?
That's very important.
That's the most difficult I've heard. Like, you know, it's easy to make a smiling face, but to crying, it's something which needs a lot
You
of
have to cry on
genuine
demand.
expression.
Because when you're filming, people haven't got the time. The director hasn't got the time to say, "Oh, go and get a tissue and get this guy's wet." You know, you've got to cry, and that's it. And he expects you to do that.
Right.
So again, that's lots of learning. You know.
So in terms of all this acting and the talent you have, is, I mean, of course, your movies tell, all the movies I've seen it, is all brilliant. And I'm so actually happy and proud that you know, I'm sitting in front of you and you are actually here in front of us. Let me bite you. It's real, actually. So how did you manage? Did you learn all these things or you were
Well, yeah,
gifted?
I went to drama school. I went to Ada Foster
Okay.
when I was a teenager for a few years. You have to go to drama school. You have to go down that route, really. So yeah, I mean, most people do that, but it's always a very good idea to have an acting coach.
Nice.
As
So
well.
is this term we heard about, like, you know, a lot of, it's so much myths as well in this film industry that people say somebody's a born artist. Some people say they have done the hard work. So what is actually, what is the reality?
Hard work.
Hard work.
Absolutely, 100% hard work.
Okay.
I think anyone can do a reasonable amount of acting with the amount of hard work. It's preparation at the end of the day.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That's right, because all the human beings, actually, they got the same feelings and most of the qualities and body same. So that makes a lot of sense that
Yeah.
through the hard work
And
and the polish.
that's anything in life. It's not just acting, it's everything. I mean, if you put the hard work in and you keep the hard work, you should get some success.
Nice. So in terms of your future working plans or your availability, versatility towards the market, are you available towards all weathers as well, cold, hot, humid, or you don't mind?
Yep, I don't mind that.
So
I'm
you're
doing
up for
a musical
challenges.
theatre at the moment because I also do some singing. So I'm doing a musical show at the moment, which is on at the end of June.
Wow.
That's in
So
London.
you got another talent that you sing as well.
I do, yes, I do sing.
Well, I never knew about this. So this
No.
is some kind of.
But don't ask me to do a
surprise.
song now, because I
Well,
haven't
maybe
got
one or two lyrics, maybe if possible. Just.
I could do a little bit if you want me to. It's up to you.
Please, yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I never heard that. So.
This is a cappella. Suddenly wrong turns back to right. Black turns slowly back to white. There's a little bit.
Nice. Well, I think if you give us more time in future, I would like to invite you actually to sing properly with the full song. So will you be
Yeah,
able to
no
actually
problem at all.
give us that honor to be here once more on
Yeah,
our
of
invitation? So we'll be really grateful about
Yes.
that. About the action roles, are you trained with karate, guns, and all those things?
No, sorry.
No.
Don't do action roles.
So you do only, well, this is something important for the audience to know as well, that he may not be up for action roles, but
No.
comedy,
Comedy, drama,
horror.
characters.
Okay. Horror as well?
Yeah, maybe some horror.
Okay. But no comedy action even?
No,
Okay. So
Sorry.
that's okay.
I think don't do action.
Well, this is very honest of you, and this is exactly what the audience want to know, that
Yeah.
which part of, which things you like to do and which
Yeah,
things
I
you
just
don't
like
do.
to get into a part and do it quite well, hopefully.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a professional actor as well, that they don't just take anything there just to get into it. So it's very, very good to know.
Yeah.
And all the audience who are listening us from all the countries, he's Mr. Nick, who is available, and just make as he mentioned, I know him as well, that he's good. Some of the demo you saw, I was about to run away. He's available to work anywhere in the world, so you can always contact us, and we will pass on his contact to you directly. Any other liking, disliking? What type of crew, staff, director, what type of people you want to work with?
Well, I just like to versatile people, really. People that are open to ideas.
Okay.
So I have some ideas sometimes on how things could be directed, and so yeah, just versatile people,
Like flexible, they're not very
Flexibility,
stubborn. Okay.
open to suggestions. Yeah.
Right. So what type of things you will be looking for if you go to any country, including UK, for example, if you're going for a movie maker or some director contact you? So what are the few basic things you will look first that they should have at least for you to say yes, that yes?
Well, essentially a good script.
Okay.
A good script and a good story. I mean, that's the main thing.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
then-
right. That's a key.
And then obviously how the film will be produced.
So you mean to say you will look at the quality of equipment or the crew or both?
I don't really normally bother with that. I'm just because you just turn up on set and it's normally there, so it's not really a worry for me.
So you expect that a crew who will be doing your shots, they're experienced?
Of course.
Or you don't mind?
Well, not so much, but I think most crews are quite experienced.
It's just the question which is relevant for the people who may call you up in different countries and they just call you only without any crew. So they have their own crew up there.
Yeah.
So these are the questions on their behalf I'm asking, that if they call you up, what are the things you want to look into the international market when you get there, which things you would like to see? That they definitely have these basics.
Well, as long as the basic things are there. But as I say, it's the script and the story, that's the essential thing.
Okay.
You ask any actor, they'll tell you that.
Right. Well, that's something I learned from you because I know nothing about it that much. Even I got scared. Can you do that again? No, please.
No, we'll do it another day.
So at the moment, what is your future, at the moment, like present and future, what are your closest roles, busy movies?
Well, I'm doing the musical theatre, which is at the end of June.
Okay.
I've also got another little film to do, which is in the 20th and the 21st of June, which I'm playing a TV repairman.
Okay.
So that should be easy.
So that's something, that's a very different role.
Yeah, a different role. Again, it's a sort of chirpy Cockney character.
Okay.
So that should be good fun. And apart from that, who knows? Well, we'll see what happens.
Other than action, of course, you don't like to work with the action role, but what about the science fiction roles?
Yeah, science fiction sounds good fun.
Okay, so you're up for science fiction roles as well?
Yeah.
Well, this is another news for the audience because nowadays the technology and all the software, animation effects, they are all used all the modern movies. So you got Mr. Nick here, who's also willing to work. Actually, he loves to work with all the animation and all the modern software and the animated movies, science fiction as well. What other movies you think we have covered? Action, of course, out.
Out.
Comedy, yes.
Comedy would be great.
Science fiction, yes.
Yeah.
Emotional roles, yes.
Definitely.
Horror
films. And maybe some love, maybe.
Okay.
You never know.
And what about the political roles, if you are made a president of something? Or
Yeah, well, I'm sort of at the right age for that now, so yeah.
But usually they're comedy ones, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So Mr. Nick is here with us, and any questions you have, you can always email us. And if you think this gentleman is, which we definitely know he's very good, but if you want to get in touch with him, please feel free to contact us on www.venustv.tv. And few more questions just came through the text message, so I'm going to ask you a few more questions again about your hobbies.
Oh, my hobbies.
Yeah.
Crikey. Hobbies, that's a difficult one. Really, I suppose it's cricket. I like a bit of cricket. And just relaxing.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit of fast walking, jogging.
Yeah.
So not too many hobbies.
Excellent. So do you honestly remember the number of movies and the number of directors or their name you have worked since you were 12?
No, I've got
It's
no
impossible.
idea, sorry.
Okay.
I wouldn't, oh God, I wouldn't like to say.
Which is the best role you thought you really loved?
The best role, actually, I've enjoyed is the latest one I did, The Clockwork.
Okay.
Because that had everything in it. It had, and it was just a great character, which I hope I portrayed.
Nice.
So yeah, that was probably the most enjoyable one.
Okay. Now, suppose if you are talking to the audience and if you're telling all the audience has a lot of movie directors, financiers, maybe distributors, all the people who are watching, new actors, models. Do you have any moral message or professional message as well to give them?
Wow.
And this industry is very complicated, maybe, I think, maybe, but
It's
you're
a
the
very
best person.
fluid industry, isn't it? All I can say is if you've got something that's good, just don't give up. Just keep at it. Keep at it all the time, and hopefully something will happen. If you believe in the thing, that's the whole point, isn't it? Really.
Well, that's so true. By the time you give answers, I try to actually put myself into the position of a very novice, new person, and that makes perfect sense. Confidence is a key of everything.
Yeah.
We are so thankful to you for your time, for coming up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the time is so short. Every time we become short, we would like to sit here and listen to you and know about you all night, but we have to go for a very short break. And all the audience, please stay with us. We'll be with you after a very short break.